a little baby so that she knew how to like take care of the baby and be gentle with the baby.
It worked sometimes. And then she like throw the baby up 20 feet in the air and then land Murphy's bowl. Ni hao.
Hey, what's up?
Hi guys, I'm Tom. This is Malorie. We're
Hi.
the Raw Parenting Podcast. Been together for 6 years. We were married for 3. We got a beautiful 2.5-year-old and an 8-month.
We're the Raw Parenting Podcast. What new parents need to hear and what current parents can relate to.
And today's topic is introducing your infant to your pets or siblings.
That's right.
Either or.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So for reference, for those that don't know, we do have a mini springerdoodle.
Yes.
So very high energy.
Yes, and it's
Very
not a mini at all. We got lied to when we bought him because they were like, oh yeah, mini, 30 pounds. And he's like 40, sometimes 45.
Yeah, and with the fur.
With the fur.
It's more.
He's full of energy.
Yeah.
And he is just a lot.
And so before we had our baby, like he was jumping up all the time. He was barking a lot.
And he's just rough along the edges.
Yeah,
So
but like you don't think about those things. You're like, he is like the cutest, cuddliest thing ever. And then when you're like, oh crap, there's a baby on the way where he can't be doing this stuff, then we were like kind of panicking. Like, oh
yeah,
God.
it's true. Your view on pets with a new baby could change. And it did for us. Like Murph was the apple of our eye. He was
our
just the
baby.
apple pie. He was a little baby, a little boy.
Yeah.
Slept in bed with us. He's just everything to us. We took
Cuddling
him
on the
walks
couch.
twice a day. But with babies now, it's different.
It's oh, I feel like a terrible person saying this, but yeah, like, okay, we are huge pet lovers, okay?
Yes. We got
I
a
love
dog
dogs.
and a cat.
Ask my mom. I am a huge pet lover.
Always has been with you.
Yeah.
Always.
So the fact that it changed everything is an understatement.
You know, and not for all dogs, but our dog especially, because he's very hyper energy, and he, like I said, he's just rough. It was tough to kind of at the beginning with our new infant.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to just spread the news a little bit and give you guys a little update on how you can prep your dogs. Not like we're successful at it, but hopefully you can with your dog with these advice.
Yeah, exactly.
And so where my reference is coming from is actually ChatGPT. I know she does not like ChatGPT. She's a bit of an artist, and she thinks ChatGPT is stealing from everybody.
That's right. Artists
And
will
they are.
agree with me.
Yes, they are.
No AI.
No AI. But whatever. I'm using it because I think they give the best answers with some stuff. All right. So ChatGPT, the first thing they recommend is prepare in advance. So some of the ways that, and it's very true, some of the ways that we prepared in advance was we took our dog to training. We paid money for him to train for the very first time in 4 years when he was at that age.
Okay, no, I did take him to puppy classes when
right,
he was
right.
younger.
Right. Yes, he did. Yes. Yes.
And it's okay, and it's not like he's really not well behaved.
No.
Like, let's add that
He's-
in there. Like,
it's true.
He knows tricks.
Yes.
He knows how to listen for the most part, but it's just like when he's super high energy, he can't calm down and like it's kind of like a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like they're so high strung that they like just can't calm down and actually process the thoughts.
I agree.
So.
He's such a good boy, but with some aspect of babies, he just needs to just stop
back
with
off,
the licking.
you know?
It was really the barking. We really want to control the barking and the walking with the strollers.
Yeah, we were worried about the stroller thing.
He's always been a good walker, but we've never walked with him with strollers. So what we did is, yes, we took him in training. We had a professional teach us how to walk properly and sit, and then don't tug, because when you walk on a stroller, you attach the dog to the stroller. So that's what we did. You don't want him to see something and just bolt right away.
Yeah, that's what we were worried about.
Yeah. And so after the training, we're like, okay, nice. We got some basics down. She taught us how to teach him not to bark. And so we took the dog out. And so we went stroller with no baby in there. We attached Murphy to the stroller and we just walk and we walk every single day with him.
Yeah. He was actually really good the first time though. Quite surprised because we've tried riding a bike with him. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and that was
yes.
kind of where we got the stem from of us being worried about it, because with the bike, I mean, understandably, he
it's
was
kinda
a little
scary.
sketched out by it. So we thought with the stroller, he might be sketched out as well. But he actually did very well the first time. So we were pretty pleased with that.
Yeah. Some of the things you can do is just months before, just practice walking with your dog with a stroller in it. Put a little baby doll in there and go from there.
No, the difference. Just cover it up. They'll think it's a real baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone will think you got a kid already.
Minus the prego belly. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, yeah.
Or they'll be questioning, like, wait, there's a baby in there and you're expecting.
I know. Or your neighbors are like, wait, what?
But yeah, so we did try that, and we also tried with barking, because the barking is a huge thing. But our dog is too damn smart. Do you remember that?
He is too dang smart. Like, he is so smart. All right, so we watched so many Caesar Milan.
Caesar Malone's.
Caesar Milan's How to Not Bark. And we just, like, practiced the crap out. We got a bunch of treats for him. Like, literally, one of us would be in the house, and we'd have the other go around the house to knock on the door or ring the doorbell, and we'll have him, you know, like, go to your bed, and, like, you know, don't bark, don't do that. And after a while, he's just like, I know who's out there. So he just like looks at the door, looks at me.
I'd be like, damn it, Tom, he knows.
I know, he knows. So he's really smart.
Yeah.
But you do the best you can.
We still struggle with barking
We still struggle with barking. However, walking on a stroller is great with Murph. We've had zero incidents. And he's just I was gonna say he's perfect. Wow, he's good. He's getting.
We don't want to lie to y'all. He's not perfect.
He's getting a hang of it.
Yeah.
But he is Murphy after all. So
we did do that prepping with the stroller. We did the prepping with the barking. Did we do anything else really?
It's tough. I mean, you know, moving on to the next subject, like they say, you can let the dog sniff the baby clothes. You can sniff like the baby lotion, all that stuff, but we didn't do any of that.
Baby lotion? They suggest that?
Yeah, just sniff anything baby, just to kind of like get the scent.
Okay, but like, is this obviously after the baby's born, though, right?
No, this is before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you get all the scents kind of in them right away, so that if there's a new scent, then he's not like, ooh, what's this? It's just kind of drilled into him that, oh yeah, this is just a scent.
Oh, I see.
That I've always known. So yeah, that's really it. But I don't think so. It's, you know, it's a dog. Like, what else can you really do, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, that's the best we did. And then next up is maintain routine. And, of course, we did that. You know, we tried to do it with him every day. Yeah. So that's something you can do. And then positive reinforcements, which we do lots. He gained a couple pounds through there. And then monitor body language, they mentioned. Create a safe space. And then gradual exposure. Something you can do.
But you know what? One thing we never did have to worry about with Murph was like aggression. Like, we were never worried about that, because some people actually have issues where like their dog just becomes so possessive and aggressive towards the baby. And thankfully, we never had that issue.
No, still don't.
They do, I think, suggest also like separating your baby and your dog at all times. Like, you would never want to leave the room with your baby alone with the dog. Yeah. So that's also something.
Yeah. No, Murph has always been pretty good. I don't know if this is intentional, but even before we had kids, I would always like bug Murphy. Yeah. And I don't know if it was just like something I just did, but like I always trying to test him and like not try to piss him off, but like it's in some ways just like bug him, you know, just like test his patience. I don't know if something that people need to do, but like that's what I did.
Staying, right? Because they're gonna get their hair pulled and
pretty much just to build up their tolerance for annoyance.
Right. And then also we have a cat, and so one things that they recommend for cats is making sure that your cat is never really like alone with your baby, because like there are some scary stories out there with cats and like smothering and stuff like that. Sleeping, so we would never allow our cat to sleep in any room that the baby was in ever. So the doors were always closed. Make sure the pets are always out, kind of thing.
Okay, so now that we have the baby, we bring the baby in. What's next? How do you introduce at the first actual introduction? What do we do? And so what we did was that we had the baby, of course, in the carrier, and we brought him together, I believe, right? And then Murphy was in the house already, so we brought the baby in and we just let him sniff. But with a lot of control. You know, you don't want to get too much in there and sniff a little bit and you back up, but plenty of space between the two.
Well, and I think the big struggle too was we were gone at the hospital for like 3 days, right? So he didn't see us for 3 days. So first of all, he's jumping up at us. Yes. Annoying. But yeah, the first thing he's doing is jumping up on me and like clawing at me and stuff like that. So that was an immediate trigger. I was just like, not what I needed at that point because I was so tired. That didn't help. Having patience with your pet.
Yeah.
Try and have that. I did not have that. So
it's tough. You got a new baby and you got a pet who's just,
and we got home like later too. It was later in the evening.
Yeah.
And I was just like so stressful. So we brought her in, put her on the top of in the car seat still. We planted her up so he could like smell us and greet us and stuff like that first.
Yes.
And then after that, we let him sniff the car seat.
Yep. Yeah, that's really it. And the next thing is just really, you got to watch out for the dog with the licking because dogs will lick the crap out of your baby. And
if they're big lickers, I guess.
Yeah, if they're big lickers. And it can get stressful because, I don't know why, they always lick in the face.
Yeah.
It's like the one place you don't want them to lick.
Yeah.
They lick in the eyes, specifically the eye.
Or the open mouth, because babies have open mouths all the time.
Exactly. And Murph's got a couple licks in there, which is whatever.
I mean, he still does to this day, so.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta watch out for those booty hole lickings. And
I was gonna say,
right after
they lick their inappropriate parts all the time. And it's just like, that's now in my child's mouth, so.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, cats, I don't know. Cats are cats. You can't really teach cats anything.
Yeah.
You just watch out for them. You just kind of tell them to scoot away, and that's really it.
Yeah.
But guys, here are some suggestions. It may or may not work, to be honest with you. People can suggest you a billion things, but pets are always going to be pets. It really depends on your dog. And ours is hyper energy, and it's hard to learn stuff with them.
So we've basically had to adjust to, like, he's not allowed on the couch anymore. He's not allowed on beds anymore. And he adjusted to those really well. Like, he's totally fine, but he does invade space a lot. So that also is tough.
Yeah.
When he's just like wanting to get near you and like land his whole body.
Yeah. And you know what? It's okay to separate your pets from yourself sometimes. Yeah. Because they do really stress you out. And it's okay to just separate them, put them outside. We have a gate between like our stairs and upstairs. So we separate between ourselves from time to time. So it's okay to do that.
And then he gives you those like puppy eyes. And you're I feel sorry for you.
I know, but you're still not coming up.
Yeah. Anyways, we do love our dog.
Yes.
It's not what this is about, but at the same time, like, it was very, very stressful.
Yeah, and it's still stressful.
It's still stressful.
After almost 3 years, it's still stressful.
Yeah. And did we do any different introductions with our second to him? I don't think so. I think we're just like, here she is.
Yeah, second child again. It's just like, here you go. Live with it.
Hey, we're just going to take a brief stray away from our topic and just tell you quickly that we want you to watch our previous videos.
Yeah, and click right here. It's on natural birth and induction. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Please, it really helps the videos. Boost on up there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, now back to the topic.
So now let's move on to introducing a sibling to the new baby. Oh boy. My gosh.
Here we go.
Here we go. Wow. Okay.
All right.
We don't really have too many references with this. You can use Tom's AI thingy if you wanted to. Or, I mean, honestly, if you Google anything, you watch Instagram things, like there's so many different thoughts out there. And so you can find a ton of different things. So I didn't want to like give a bunch of references. Honestly, just look up for yourself. But basically what you want to do is you want to try and prep your toddler for a new baby. Especially if it depends on their age ranges, right? So like Peanut was only going to she was 23 months. She wasn't even 2 years old when we had little lady. So she did not have the mental capabilities to understand necessarily that there was a baby coming. So like she would see my belly. We would kind of try and get her to interact with the belly a little bit. We got her a little baby so that she knew how to like take care of the baby and be gentle with the baby.
It worked. Sometimes. And then she'll like throw the baby up 20 feet in the air and then land Murphy's bow and like,
yeah, we're like,
are we ready for this?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost
but I mean,
there.
She did interact with the belly once in a while. She wasn't one of those like Instagram babies where just like hugging and kissing. Yeah. But there were moments it was cute where she would hug and kiss.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did try and do that. We got some different books and stuff that were like becoming a sibling or being a big sister, things like that. So yeah, overall, like, do you feel like those helped?
Yeah, I think so. It's got to help a little bit. Just to prep her.
Right. Instead of just the shock of a baby coming.
Exactly. Just so that she knows what a sister is. She knows, even if she doesn't, at least it's a placebo effect for us.
Yeah.
That we did our best.
Right.
Right? Because she was really young.
Yeah.
When little Peanut or little lady was born.
Yeah. So yeah, those are like the main, I would say, things that they do recommend for situations like this. And then obviously they talk about like what can happen, and like that really landed with us because jealousy is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So prepare for that, most likely. Again, depending on your child's age. If they're a little older and they understand a little bit more, they will probably be excited about a sibling. But in our situation, that was not the case.
The milk. Yeah. Oh, trying to feed your new infant with a sibling?
Oh, God.
Good luck.
Anyways, okay, so basically when we brought little lady home,
Yes.
I came into the house first alone because Peanut is very, very attached to me, and she would just flip out if I just randomly came in holding a new baby. So, and they don't even recommend you do that. So first of all, do not come in with your baby holding it.
Yeah.
So I came in first and greeted her, gave her lots of hugs and kisses and attention and stuff like that. And I think we brought McDonald's so that we could sweeten her up with some potato fries. But yeah, so we did that. And then Tom came in afterwards with the car seat.
Yeah.
And then I was holding Peanut and she was looking at the baby and stuff. And like, she was pretty excited about it.
Yeah. It was a good first introduction.
It was really good. I think she was a little confused and not fully understanding.
Yeah.
But like, she was also still like, ooh, there's a baby, you know? She probably didn't think that it was staying.
No, probably just borrowed it from somebody.
Like, oh, this is cute, but it can go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wanted to hold the baby right away too, which we were like, okay.
Let me wrap her in some
flashbacks of the baby being thrown.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, let's get a blanket in there. Let's pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, you sat beside her, and then like I was kind of in front, so we let her hold little lady. Baby. And she did really well.
Really well.
So we're happy that we got to do that for her.
Yeah,
That was basically our introduction. It went pretty well for the most part.
Yep.
It was just like the after.
It was the after.
The aftermath of everything.
Yeah, she gave us a really false expectation. Maybe these next 18 years will be good.
Yeah, no, not the case. Yeah, I think our biggest problem was the jealousy.
It was such a big thing. It was us trying to calm ourselves down, be patient, know that it's a big change for her
hard.
As much as we. And so it was really more us, probably.
Yeah, probably. We always exaggerate things. Like everyone watching this is probably like, you guys are like extra.
Yeah, seriously, we probably seem so extra.
So the biggest problem, like I said, was the jealousy, but it was because I was breastfeeding, and Peanut did not like that. Like she would be
like, some? Yeah. You remember saying that? Some?
And I'm like, would that be weird?
And her some means I want some, because she was too young to talk, so she would be like, some?
Yeah,
some?
so she wanted some breast milk, and I was like,
no?
Maybe? Are you?
Maybe? No. Like,
yeah, no, never mind.
No.
That would be weird.
Maybe that 5-year-old that's still sucking on the boob.
So that was an issue. I think we could have handled things a lot better. And examples being, we just kind of like kept fighting her off a little bit. So I'm already struggling with breastfeeding again for the second time. And I'm trying to get the proper latches, this and that.
Yeah.
And we have Peanut in there just getting upset, smacking.
Ooh, she gives some good smacks, that girl.
And man, what a trigger. Holy. It's like alarms are like going off, like, oh my God, like
new
stop.
Baby, don't do that.
You're gonna hurt her. Like, she's already, well, they're not that fragile, but fragile and like, oh my gosh. So it was just like so much stress all at once.
But we did figure it out.
We did. But again, like, I think what would have been a good idea, I'll skip all the stuff that we didn't do. And what I would suggest to do if you were in the same situation is for Peanut, she really liked having milk at the same time. So I could have been breastfeeding. She could be having milk right beside me and like sharing the experience at the same time.
Yeah.
And always having her sitting on the side that little lady's legs were and not her head, because...
Right.
Again, the smacking, like, let's avoid that. So let's put her near the feet. So yeah, that would be a huge suggestion that I would say.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, actually. That is so important for anybody who's deals with jealousies, especially when it comes to breastfeeding.
Because again, Peanut wasn't in daycare. She did not go anywhere else. She was at home with me all the time. So
24/7.
literally Tom had to be home for, you took like a month off.
It was like 2 months.
Was it 2 months?
Yeah, I took 2 whole months.
Oh shit.
I think I
work from home.
I took 1 month off. Yes. All right.
Right.
It wasn't 2 full months.
Right.
1 month off, 1 month working from home.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. That sounds better.
Yes.
Man, we are so lucky. So lucky Tom has such a flexible job. Like, thank God for that, because it was so stressful. So stressful. And then we were dealing with a lot of other factors as well, like outside of our family home that were also super stressful. So like the pressures of everybody around you, the pressures of like being a good parent still to your toddler, the pressures of keeping
emotions together, being strong as a mom.
Oh my God. And like when I was dealing with so much already on the outside, like, it was a lot. It was a lot. And so like anything that would happen, it would just like vibrate in your brain. Like, oh my God.
Your window's only this big.
My window was this big. It had barely had any crack in it.
Yes.
And like, anyways. PTSD again. Holy. Just going to sit in a corner.
I know. But you did really good, Bo. I'm so proud of you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did really good.
It was a lot. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, and...
she still gets jealous, so...
Right now, she still gets jealous. Not as much. Little lady is great baby, and they're starting to play together now. So they're not hating each other. So we did all right.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is little lady always has loved Peanut.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
That helps.
It's so true.
She's like, you just smacked me?
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I still love you.
I still love you.
Dang, our second.
Yeah,
just
having 2 kids.
Godsend.
It's a lot, but man, there can be some cute moments.
So many cute moments.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so anything else that you would recommend, or like what is something else you could do? Another thing is like also maybe finding a different distraction, I would say, for your toddler. Get them to go watch TV or something, unless you're against that. I don't know. Honestly, like, take them outside or do something different that you can have, again, especially if you're breastfeeding, that you can have that moment, because Peanut was so attached to me and I'm breastfeeding. Like, Tom couldn't take the reins on a lot of stuff. What he could do, though, was help with the toddler and take her away. And that helped a lot. Because
take her to the mall.
Yeah.
Give her a bunch of snacks.
Yeah.
Just get through the times.
Because it was really rough at first. But we have some very precious moments with the 2 of them. So we are over that hump. Yeah. Especially since little lady is crawling around and they're, able to interact a lot more and smile and laugh with each other. So it's very cute.
It gets better. Just kidding. Our favorite phrase of all time. It gets better.
Don't worry, it gets better.
What about now, though?
You're going to miss those stages. Hell no.
Hell no. I'm so glad they're over with. All right, guys.
That's it.
Hopefully you took something away from this.
Yeah. If anything, you could just laugh at the stress.
Yeah, seriously.
Like we are now, just like laughing, but like kind of crying at the same time. Anyway,
all right, guys.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have fun.
Yeah. Hope
Next
you
Wednesday.
Our videos, and keep coming back because we love sharing stories. So.
Okay. All right, guys. Ciao.
Now that all the non-reels are here.
Right.
How you doing?
Oh, man. I'm going to lean back a little bit.
Put your feet up.
Yeah,
let's have a real chat now. How are you doing this week?
Yeah, so this is like a new segment for us, and it's basically just like, so what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna unwind and just kind of like let our real thoughts and just kind of like speak, from the heart kind of thing.
Yeah, even more raw footage.
Yeah, even more raw. I don't know if you guys handle any more raw. I think you have food poisoning. Like, yeesh.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, so how has your week been?
Oh man,
overall.
Yeah, this week, I struggle this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really struggle this week.
Yeah.
Just like, I would say anxiety, I would say a 90%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's high.
Yeah, it's pretty high. It's one of those days you wake up, you're anxious. You go through the day, you're anxious. And you're just like, I'm not even like living. Like, I'm just like in another world. And my body is just here.
Yeah, you're on autopilot.
I'm on autopilot,
which we've talked about before.
Exactly, and it's just I don't know what triggered it. I think things are just kind of stressful, you know, with 2 kids, and there's...
And the outside world, right?
Yeah.
Financial.
And that's the other thing.
Performing well.
I know. So, you know, like I'm self-employed, and everything I do is based on what I do. And that could be a lot of pressure on you know, someone.
And then me being on mat leave, like,
yeah, exactly.
not making much money or income.
Yeah, I know. You know, the whole family depends on you. And it gets to me sometimes, I would say. You just, you know, it kind of, it's a little crack, it slips in, all of a sudden you're just like deep into this rabbit hole of just like, oh man, like what if I don't do this? You know, what if no money comes in? And then like, so it's, it was pretty heavy. And it was getting to a lot. What really helped, I would say, was that I went for a walk, actually. When I was at the office, I just went for a walk. And I just walked, and I just kind of... Because, like, when you're in that zone, you stop seeing the beauty in things anymore. You're just so in your head. You know, like, there could be an elephant painted in pink, and you're just like, oh, cool. Because you're just so in your head. And so, I just went for a walk, and I went for a long one, and I just breathed, because for the whole week I couldn't really breathe. Like I was like shallow breathing the whole time. I couldn't take a deep breath because it was like so much just congestion in the lungs. So the walk really helped. And then of course little Peanut being in daycare now, she's been taking daycare for 3 weeks. That's been really helpful as well. Assuming for you too.
Yeah, I mean, she's only going a few days a week, and for not like full days or anything, but like it's been, it's just like like a sigh of relief, just like, and I feel like a horrible parent saying that, because like I want her out of the house, and then I feel really guilty about that.
There's so much guilt, even me dropping her off every morning. There's so much guilt.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful that you do that, because it would be so hard for me to do that every day, especially because she would just whine and cry with me. Yeah.
So. And I'm so glad she doesn't whine or cry, because that would be heartbreaking if you have to leave her crying every time. She doesn't. She's a tough girl. We raised a tough girl, which is awesome. But you do feel some sort of guilt, because you're just like, should I be doing this?
I know, especially when I'm not working right now. And like, I've heard those comments like, you're not working. And it's like, but I'm taking care of, another baby still. Like, and it's hard.
And I'm leaving with strangers. I don't barely know them. It's just like, there's a lot of stuff. But I feel like for us, we know that she's getting bored at the house. Like, there's only so many things you can do at the house.
And it's hard to like have a consistent routine all day, every day. And then you feel guilty because you like see people on the internet, and it's like, oh, so you can do it with 3 kids. Yeah,
you're teaching algebra and 3 years old.
Yeah, like, okay, your toddler's already like working on workbooks already. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fun to scroll, but sometimes you see other parents, what they're doing. And like, who knows if it's actually true.
Well, most of it probably isn't. Or it's like enhanced a lot.
Yeah, right? They do this one thing once a month, and you're like, oh my gosh, they do this every week.
And again, that's why, like I said, we want to start this podcast, because like you need to know the real raw truth of like how things actually go. Like, we're so sick of all of the lies that people are putting out there, and it's just like, that's not sustainable. No. Like, you can't do that every day.
You can't. Like, seriously.
Yeah. I don't know. And I remember like, this has been a hard week for me too, because like there was just that one day on Friday, and it was just like I told you, like I'm like snap, like I snap, and like I don't even know who I become anymore, and like Peanut just hits me in the wrong ways, and then like it literally getting my hair done, I'm bursting into tears because I just don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, that was, thank goodness for a haircut appointment that day, because that got you out of the house for a little bit.
It did. Yeah, because I was gonna lose it. Like,
and
mentally cannot handle anymore. Like, Peanut was hitting and talking back and yelling and screaming and not listening, and it was just like one thing after another, and it's like, I can't deal with this all the time. And like being mean to her sister and like being mean to the dog and like, what am I doing wrong? Right? What am I doing wrong?
What am I doing? Like, where did I go wrong?
Yeah. What did I do already? That's like 2 years in. Where did I go wrong already?
I'm giving all I've got. And like, what the heck? What am I doing wrong still?
Yeah. Like, it was a hard thing to think about.
And it's one of those things, right, guys? You're listening to this and you're like, what if your kid's going to hear this in the future?
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they know the sacrifice that we gave to them. Because that's something that, you know, like our parents never really told us. No parents ever told their kids, because after a while, you just forget about it. You forget the whole journey. You forget the whole sacrifice that you do. And you're just like, oh yeah, it was actually pretty good. But
I hate that. Like, stop lying.
I don't think that people lie. They just forget. It's just something that we do over time, is that
I guess
they say that time heals all, and time heals those wounds.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah. But it's...
And I don't know if that statement is actually true.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Like, the more I think about it, I don't know how true that statement is.
Interesting. Has it been enough time, though?
Well, and the only reason I say that is because... Think about it. Every day that goes by, you are constantly learning and changing. The world is adapting. You're adapting. So you can't tell me that you've literally... Like, saying that time heals everything, that means you're literally not doing anything at all as time passes. Does that make sense?
So you're saying if you do nothing and time goes, then... would it heal? Or are you saying that you have to help yourself? I'm saying that you are constantly like growing and changing, hopefully, as a person, that will in turn lead to healing those wounds. So you're saying you yourself heals over time. Yes. If you progress. Yes. So like it kind of does work. Like the phrase does kind of work at some point, but like I feel like it's a deeper meaning behind it. Oh, wow. Okay. That's cool, actually. You added more to the phrase. That's cool. That makes sense. Anyway. Yes, you grow and it's almost like you find ways to soothe yourself, right? You like either learn how to cope with things, and that helps with that. Because otherwise, if like people that hang on to those like bitter and angry thoughts and stuff, like they're still going to be bitter and angry about those things in the future. It doesn't matter how much time goes by because they're not growing or learning. And we know people that hold on to things. We do. Yeah. Forever. Yes. Okay. Yep. Cool. Anyway. All right, anyways. Yeah. Let's end it there. It's been a hard week, but we're getting through it. We're getting through it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting through it. Yeah. That's, Yeah, and again, like we said in our trailer before, like we love our children to death, yet like we almost hate every day. We hate the process of it all. Yeah, and it's a weird feeling to have, but we're getting through it. Yeah. So. Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around. And we hope to make this more of a regular thing just so you guys can actually see the behind the scenes of like how our days are actually going versus like talking about a certain topic each week. So exactly. We hope you like it. Okay. Awesome. Don't judge us too much. See you next Wednesday. Or if you do, we don't really care either, right? Yeah, we don't care. We're doing this regardless. Anyways. All right. Okay. Well, see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Bye.